Hey, blessings, everyone. Welcome to another Anfield Effect, the late night edition. Yeah, if you're here for the first time, if you're new here, hit the like button. Please subscribe. It will help the channel, and I'll be very appreciative. Yes. So if you're here from, I mean, all views can content. So whichever supporter you are, Man U supporter, Arsenal supporter, Chelsea supporter, yeah, whichever team you support, and in fact the World Cup is on also. Whichever country you support, I'm a Brazilian fan. I have my Brazilian flag and I left it in the car. But I'm a Brazilian fan, so whichever team you support, you can come here and have your say. Yeah, all views can content on the Anfield Effect. So come on over, have your say. We'll be here for about an hour or a little over, depending on how the stream goes. Because when we have our streams, we just you know have our topics and everybody gets to come on in and have their say. So looking forward to a very interactive one. Normally we don't go this late, but I was supposed to come on yesterday, right? I tried to do one on a Monday, on Wednesday, and a Saturday or Friday. So we try to go live at least twice for the week and a midweek video. So if you're here for the first time, hit the subscribe button, hit the like, and welcome to the Anfield Effect. Now, um, I started I start the live a little earlier because I figured I'm ready. So let's just get right into it. So you see the topic, and we're looking at yes, we look at Darwin's return. We're also looking at, talks about Ingamoa and Bayern Munich wanting to snatch him away from us. We're also looking at, McAllister possibly leaving Liverpool. We know that there are talks about Curtis Jones, and we want everybody to come in and chat and give us your thoughts. What you think. Um, you know, Ariola's team is going to look like, and do you think there's space in there for a Curtis Jones, and there's space in here for um, Harvey Elliott? Yeah, all of those players. And of course, do you think there is space enough, or there is space for Darwin Nunez comeback? Oh my, oh my. My side, no, I don't know about anybody else. I believe, in fact, let me big up Craig and the Anfield agenda. He is the motivation for me starting my channel. So you may see a lot of Craig's picture in my thumbnails and thing. It's because he was my motivation, and a lot of the conversations that we have here is going to be my opinion versus what Craig says. Some things I'll agree, some things I won't. It's not just about Craig though, but I watch his lives a lot, and as I tell you, he has been one of my motivations for starting this channel. And apart from that, there will be discussions where it's not going to be all about what Craig says or what Craig didn't say. But I'm just using this opportunity to say big up to Anfield Agenda, and I don't know about anybody else, but I know when I first came on live, one of the things I said, and I wasn't hearing it as a buzzword anywhere else. But when I came on the live, I had said in my first live, I would, I asked the question, to be honest, I asked the question, and I said, out of all the players that Liverpool, you know, I've had who passed through the system, yes, which player would you like to see return to Liverpool? And in the stream, I allowed everybody who came in to say their piece. And I said, I would love to see Darwin Nunez back. And I got hit back, say, hey, you must be crazy, whatever. Yeah. But I genuinely love Darwin Nunez. If you check my videos in the past, I think all of us at one point, based on the fact that he was not scoring goals, he was getting opportunities. all of us at one point felt like, you know what, this guy needs to just move on and just move on from the club because he was letting us look bad, we think. And I think all of us could say, like, if he had scored half of the chances that he got. And as you come on, guys, let's hit my side, let's hit the like. And furthermore, just to say to that, I don't refer to you, our loyal subscribers, or if you're watching for the first time. Once you're part of the family, we don't call you worms, chatter, or whatever we say. You're part of my side. Yeah. So my side, we we looked at it and said, okay, though Darwin would have been missing so many chances, and if he had scored half of the chances that he got, we probably would have had maybe two more titles because of the amount of chances Darwin missed. Yes. However, we cannot deny that some of the goals that Darwin scored were fabulous goals, were fantastic goals, were goals that were, I mean, top of the class goals. But he was just inconsistent, and at points it looked it looked like the pressure got to him, like he didn't know what he was doing on the field. He didn't know if he was going to use his left foot or his right foot. He didn't know if he was going to head the ball or he was going to knee the ball. And a lot of us got frustrated with him and just wanted to see the back of him. Fast forward, he went to Hilal, which they say, boy, is a Manchester City of the Saudi League, and he could not make the team. But then we understood that he didn't make the team or couldn't make the team because of, you know, the different um, things that surrounded him and other foreign players. Yes. However, he is now honor free. And last season, when we saw how Slot and the team that Slot had, it was void of pressing, it was void of energy, it was void of you know pace. And if all of us are going to be honest with ourselves, yes, in as much as Darwin wasn't as clinical as we'd want him to be, we cannot question his work rate. We cannot question him being in the right position that created these opportunities that most of them he missed. We cannot um, discount or play down his love for Liverpool Football Club. He played for the badge. That man would run through a wall if it needs be. And Klopp, in his wisdom, brought him in. And a lot of persons say, oh, if Klopp couldn't change Darwin, then who can? Well, he's on a free. I, he, and I know I spoiled up his name enough time. It's Iraola, and it just pronounced it properly, especially because it's a Spanish name. Iraola is now the coach of Liverpool. I could not see Darwin playing under Slot. That would not work because Slot is controlling the pace and you know um, ball possession. And quite frankly, it didn't work because it brought Liverpool into a boring type of football. Because listen, we know we may not win all the matches in the season, but we know that we want to see entertaining football. And what Slot brought to us was boring football. Yeah. So I could not see Darwin Nunez playing in Slot's team. However, Iriola is now the Liverpool's coach, and Iriola speaks the language that Darwin speaks. We know that Darwin had a problem with, the English language. He struggled there, and so he wasn't able to communicate effectively. We don't think that he understood clearly, even in the communication of what was needed. Although football is a language by itself, and hence when he came, he did perform well in his first season. The second season fell off. The third season he fell way off because he wasn't scoring, and he genuinely looked like he was just out of place. No, we are saying, I am saying, and Craig from Anfield Agenda, he did a poll. I think it was on Saturday. I think it was Saturday evening. He did a poll, and out of the 3,000 people, yes, because the poll question was, would you bring back Darwin Nunez to the club? And out of the 3,000 and odd people that voted, 72% of the voters said yes. I think Craig was flabbergasted because Craig was like, listen, let this man should not see the team. I know Yusan, other Liverpool YouTubers have said, listen, this man must not, it would be stupid to bring back this man. Oh, it would be wrong to bring back this man. It would be foolish to bring back this man. I believe Darwin, and I heard somebody said it on Craig's live stream. Darwin could be our new Origi. Yeah? When Origi went and played, was it Galatasaray, played for whatever? When he went and he played for whichever club it was, and he came back, and we were hearing now in a was it an interview that he did where Origi was saying that when he came back from the loan spell, he was going to leave Liverpool. I think some other club had put up, I think, a proposal of what, 30 mil for him to come and play for them. And Darwin said, and Origi said, after he prayed about it, right, he felt like Liverpool was a club where he was supposed to stay. And so he stayed, and we know what happened after that. The man helped us to create history by beating Barcelona at Anfield, and we went on to win the Champions League. Yeah, Origi scoring 2 goals on that night. I think it was Wijnaldum who scored the other two. Yes, and there's something about the passion that Liverpool players bring, and the players that Klopp brought into the team. All of those team players, they played heart and soul football. They gave their all to it. And Origi, when he came back, he did the same thing. We are saying Darwin Nunez is on a free, and I'm gonna champion it right through. We see other Liverpool YouTubers who have said there seem to be genuine interest in Darwin Nunez coming back. I'm taking credit. I'm taking credit for for initiating this conversation to say if Darwin Nunez is on a free, right? And we don't have to pay no high price for him. He's just 26 years old. Darwin is just 26 years old. And we don't have to pay no high fee for Darwin to come back to come to Liverpool. All we need to do is work out a weekly wage and say, okay, come, bring back the chaos. That's all we're saying. Bring back Darwin the chaos. Bring him back. Darwin will put pressure. He doesn't have this heavy price tag over him anymore. He's not the $78 million pound man, whatever the amount was we paid for him. He's not that. He's not the man who is expected to bring 20 goals a season, 25 goals a season. There's no high expectation. I guarantee you, if Darwin Nunez is announced and brought back into Anfield, the whole place is gonna be in raptures. I kid you not. Because we love Darwin Nunez, and Darwin Nunez loves Liverpool. He loves Liverpool. Yeah? You remember those goals that the man scored? The goals against Newcastle, the goals against, I think, was Aston Villa, the goals against West Ham, all the goals that Darwin scored. Some of the goals were some. I remember he scored a goal. He went way to the right, and actually at a very acute angle, Darwin was able to kick the ball back into the goal. Impossible goals the man scored. Yeah, I remember one time a ball was played across at bird speed, and Darwin put his forehead in it and boom into the goal. Listen, he will bring back the chaos. I'm telling you my side. If Iriola thinks about it. He speaks Spanish. Darwin is on a free. We won't have to pay a high price for him. Bring him back, give him a nice little salary, yeah, and say to him, Darwin, we want 30 minutes of a game for you. We want 30 minutes of chaos from you. He is going to let the defenders, you know, kind of, he's going to let them in shambles. Darwin Nunez would run these defenders to the ground. He will run his socks off, just 26 years old. Now, I know Craig from Anfield Agenda, he would disagree with me about bringing Darwin back. However, I hear Craig's tone softening in his last life. Craig says, you know what? If he's brought back, I mean, it is what it is. But he would not bring him back. Prior to that, Craig's tone was, no, we don't bring him back. Listen, man, that man must never see this club again. Yeah. But the truth is, let us look at the attributes of what Darwin Nunez has, or brings. He brings pace. He brings energy. He brings going into the correct positions. Yeah. He does give assists. Yeah. Yes, Salah is not here anymore, and I think he probably gave more assists to Salah than anybody else. But the fact of the matter is, if Darwin was able to create so much opportunities, it simply means that he was in the right positions most of the time. My side, let us not take away the fact that the man knows football, but there was something mentally that was going on with Darwin Nunez that nobody was able to tap into and to unlock. There were moments when Darwin Nunez was just sublime, and he would dribble past people, and he would make some passes, and he would score some goals. It was like you're saying, wow. One of the biggest match Darwin Nunez came and impacted was Newcastle. Yeah, was the Newcastle match in his final season. Was the Newcastle match, and we were down. I think was it 2-0. I think what's his name at score? Oh God, what's his name? Anthony had scored. Yeah, and at halftime we were down 1-0. And then Klopp brought on Nunez, and guys, my side, Nunez came on, and Nunez scored 2 goals from the right, 2 similar goals from the right-hand side. Yeah? Nunez will run defenders crazy. Just imagine, Ekitike will not be here until that's 7, probably 8 months. Hopefully soon. As you come on my side, hit the like button. It doesn't cost you anything. Subscribe if you're new. We're talking about Darwin's bringing back the chaos, bringing back Darwin Nunez, the chaos. Bring back the chaos. As I was saying, I believe I'm the one who started the conversation. I believe I am taking full responsibility. If Darwin comes back, if Iriola takes what Darwin and he flaps, I will take full responsibility for starting the revolution to say bring back Darwin. If Darwin comes back, Iriola bring him, and Darwin performs extremely well, I will take the praises also. Why? Because I believe in Darwin Nunez. If you check some of my previous videos, I was livid. Man, this man needs to go. But there's something that is missing from this current Liverpool team, or from what we saw with Klopp. And as you come on my side, hit the like button. Does it cost you nothing? Say hi to me. I'll say hi to you. I am Cornell. You can come on and say your piece. There was something that was missing from Slot's team, and that was energy, pace, the work rate. It was missing completely. Yeah, Iriola now is now the coach, and he is willing. Well, his style of play is basically to bring back what Klopp had instituted with the Liverpool team that he left and gave Slot. Yeah. Iriola is going to come back to bring pace, to bring counter-attack, to bring heavy metal football back to Liverpool. My side, envision with me, seeing Darwin Nunez running through the center. Yeah, seeing Darwin Nunez probably on the right-hand side. We know the future on the left is Ingamour. On the right, we know that Diamande is our target. So he'll be on the right, right? And then now you have Eketike, but Eketike is out. So you'd have to be Isak, who's going to run the middle. Imagine Isak taking it during the first half, right? 45 minutes, whatever, maybe 60 minutes. And Darwin comes on for 30. Oh my word, my side. Eh? They would not know how to contain Darwin Nunez. Imagine Darwin Nunez getting a second chance at Liverpool to prove himself without the price tag of 78 million pounds or whatever the case is. Imagine Darwin Nunez getting back this chance to come and create chaos and create mayhem for defenders. My side, I can see it now. I can see it now. Um, Bert Henson, 33. He will bring it all if the best of Klopp. He will bring all of the best of Klopp. And I would love to see Darwin back. His work rate and attitude is so missed. Totally agree with the Bert. Totally agree with the Bert. And I am willing to say I started the conversation. Yeah. I remember going on Craig's channel and I would hit up Craig and say, Craig, let's bring back Darwin. Let's bring back Darwin. And he was like, not with a long stick. Hell no, yada, yada, yada. Right? I started my channel a year back now. And my first live was, you can check it out. My first live was what, a week, not a week ago, a week and a day ago. And in that, my first live, I said, let us bring back Darwin. And if you're not too busy, Bert, just hit the like button for me and help me get, send the word out. Right? I on my live stream and rather a number of person. In fact, my first live stream, you can check it out, is like a 1.4 thousand views or probably 1.5 by now, thousand views. Yeah, where persons came over and they were watching. I said it and I am championing it that Darwin Nunez being on a free, nobody, there's no heavy price tag, no heavy expectation, nothing. Just bring him back for the pure chaos he would create. Just bring 26 years old, giving Darwin a second chance, just like Origi. And Ariola now. Thank you, man. Thank you, Bert. Appreciate it, man. And you can share the live too. I don't normally come on this late, but because I didn't come on yesterday and I came home from work late, I said, you know what? I need to go on live and talk to my people. Yeah. So big up yourself, Bert. Thanks for coming in. Iriola would make Darwin an amazing player. I totally agree, bro. That is what I've been saying. Iriola speaks Darwin's language. So the communication barrier that he had with Klopp, though you may say, okay, what about the players that he's going to play with? At least when Darwin speaking with Iriola, he would get a clear instruction. Darwin already knows the team, Darwin already knows how we play. He knows the heavy metal football that we play. Darwin Nunez, if given a chance, would run through a wall if given a chance, a second chance at Liverpool. And I'm now hearing by the show, my side, I am now hearing that there seems to be genuine interest in Darwin Nunez. Oh, wow. My side, listen, I kid you not. For me, and as you come on, there's sure you hit the like button. It don't cost you nothing. Just hit the like button. Thank you for coming on. My side, I am telling you, if it would be a dream come true for me to see Darwin Nunez back in a Liverpool kit. For me, it would be a dream come true to see Darwin Nunez get a second bite of the success of Liverpool team. I believe he would run his socks off. I believe he would play his heart out. And I believe Iriola would be able to get more out of Darwin. Yes, I believe he would be able. Darwin always left everything on the pitch. That is a fact. That is a fact. Greetings, Simply Michelle. Bert, that's my wife. I have a virgin name, Bert. Bert, that's my wife, Simply Michelle. She's always supporting the live and thing, the channel. So as you come on my side, hit the like button. Tell me your thoughts. Would you bring back Darwin Nunez back into the team? Me and Bert are already in agreement that Darwin Nunez pressing, his pace, his energy, his work rate would suit Iriola's style of play, which basically is Club 2.0. Yeah. I know Iriola's mentor. He was the one who, I don't remember his name now, but he was one who had coached Leeds back in couple seasons back. Oh gosh, his name came and it slipped me now. The, if you can remember, Bert, that coach, that Spanish coach, sits on his igloo when he goes to play any match, play away matches. He doesn't sit in he always sits on an igloo. Oh god, I remember the name, it slips me now. But he is Iriola's mentor, and his type of football, Leeds play was attacking football non-stop. And Iriola patterns that coach his style of play. And I know that when Iriola comes and know he gets to gel or gets a team, oh gosh, did him come to me again? You know? Did him come to me again? You know? Yes, yes, he used to smoke on the sideline. Let me find the name. I think it's some B name. Um, Leeds United past coaches. Let me see if I can find his name. So I can find his name. Um, Image. I'm gonna find his. There he is. Um, Marcelo Bielsa. Yeah, Marcelo Bielsa. He is Iriola's mentor. That is it. That is it. Bielsa. He is Iriola's mentor, and the style of play that Bielsa um allowed or created for Leeds was this non-stop running in your face attacking football, to be to the point where they were, all the pundits in England were saying Bielsa doesn't change his style of play, and he's going to flop out and whatever. Eventually he left England still, but he brought Leeds back into the Premier League, and he stayed there for a good, I think, 2 or 3 seasons. Why? He stuck to his gun, and he played the way he played. I know he's coaching another country, but he still plays the way he plays. And Iriola is basically mentor, yeah. And so it's same style of football, yeah, that Klopp used to play, that Bielsa uses, is the same type of football that Iriola is coming with. And just imagine Darwin Nunez fitting in that team. You can tell me though, Bert, do you think that there's any space for, like, even let's look at RVA, let's look at a Curtis Jones. I was really not happy that Kanati had to leave before Slot left. I don't think, as I know that the conversations were there regarding Mo Salah, if he would return, or if Kanati would return. It is clear that none of them are going to return. It is clear that Andy Robertson will not return because he's already gone to Tottenham. And so the rest of players, Gravenberch, Soboslai, McAllister, Jones, Harvey Elliott, because Harvey Elliott went on loan, he's coming back. Um, um, what's his name? Gomez, yeah, Van Dyke, um, Cody Gakpo to some extent, yeah. All of those players knew the style of Klopp playing, and even old Klopp brought up the youngsters. Iriola, in his first interview, says the fact that most of the top players will be playing in the World Cup this year. What it does now, it gives him, Ariola, an opportunity to look at the academy players, those who were on loan and are coming back, so that he now can get to know these players, have an understanding of what he has. And if you notice, as you come on my side, hit the like button. It doesn't cost you anything. Hit the like, Subscribe if you're new. This is the Anfield Effect. I am Cornell. You can have your say. Whichever team you support, always do that. When you come to the Anfield Effect, you can have your say. All views can contend. It doesn't matter which team you support, but you don't know. I'm a Liverpool supporter. Yeah. Um, um, Bert says, but his side was always fit and could play high tempo till the final whistle. That is true. Talk about Bielsa now. I think he will make Trey, who's Trey a monster. Trey. I'm not sure who he said who's. Oh, Trey Oney. Yeah, yeah. Luis Gomez Jr. Hola everyone, saying hi. I Luis. Good, glad to have you, man. Hit the subscribe if you're new and drop a like on the video. Yeah. So we're talking about Darwin Nunez coming back. We're talking about Iriola being mentored by Bielsa, which was one of Leeds' past coach, and we're saying that Darwin Nunez would fit the style of player that Iriola wants to know bring back to Liverpool, the heavy metal